A lot of people saying Kodak album's fire. Man, I knew Kodak album was fire. Kodak was putting out fucking heat with the motherfucking you know, y'all want to start at Kodak? Let's start at Kodak. Of course Kodak's album's fire. Kodak was putting out heat with mixtapes and throwaways. I told y'all the current status of Kodak. He told me, he said, Ak, the label, after I got pardoned by Trump, the label wants me to get back hot. Think about it. And this is why I always tell artists who think they're bigger than the work. Man, Kodak's a living legend when it comes to like the new age artists. But the label still looked at him and said, bro, you don't have any momentum. Right now it's a Lil Durk young boy world. Where do you fit in? It's a Rod Wave Lil Baby world. Where do you fit in? And he had to come back out of jail, make songs like Last Day In, make songs like Dirty K, make songs like Don't Leave Me, make songs like I don't need me, like, you know, he had to make all those type of songs to kind of get people back remembering that he's Kodak Black. This is why I scoff at the thought of some of these entitled artists. They think because they dropped a fucking mega hit back in 2015, people care. Nobody cares. The only solution to all these artists' problem is to put the work in. Nobody give a fuck that Tory Lanez was doing great shit like 5 years ago before this whole shit. No, you better work now. And even with Meek, yeah, you had Dreams of Nightmare intro in 2012, brother. Unfortunately, and I remember Wale learned this lesson. This isn't the NBA. You don't walk in and you show off a bunch of rings and you show off your banners in the rafters and everybody just bows to your feet. If you getting crossed up that day by Iverson, nobody cares about you no more. This ain't basketball. You may think it's basketball because you have the riches, this, and third, but the fans don't look at it like that. Because constantly the fans that you're trying to appease, there's a turnover effect. Like in basketball, there's a certain fan base, you can't tell them that Michael Jordan ain't the best. There's a fan base, you can't tell them that Kobe ain't the best. There's a new fan base that wants to say, no, fuck all that. I watched LeBron. I seen what he did. He came back from 3-1. I saw it. How could he not be the best? That conversation is always being had within the basketball world, but it's always trumped by all these footage and the people who kind of even run that whole thing. There's a lot of history with it. When it comes to hip-hop, the only people who determine what's popular, relevant, and what we talk about is the youth. And for what rappers don't understand is usually it's from 14 to 21. You know what they say about women? There's a new girl that turned 21 every fucking day. Well, there's a new kid that becomes 14, and there's a new kid that becomes 22. And why those ages? Around 14, like, kids get into, like, really, you know, what's going on online, because they're mirroring this shit in their high schools and middle schools. So that's a reflection of what they got going on. But then you literally look at you look at some of these artists who were popping 10 years ago, and it's like somebody who's like, I'll give you an example. Like in the Northeast, and it just shows, you know what I mean? There's so much levels to like even this rap shit. In the Northeast, like, if you go to New York, like, these kids ain't listening to Drake. This is a fact. They're not listening to Drake. They're not. They literally, and that's why it kind of even, like, I ain't gonna lie, influences me a little bit. They literally listen to K-Flop, B-Love, D-Thing, Fabio, Pop Smoke, and some newer artists. They don't listen to niggas like Drake. You know what I mean? So, again, Drake's an international pop star, so it doesn't really matter. There's so many people that listen to him. You know, he becomes almost like, even if you don't, like, shit, even if you're a kid, you might know A Christmas Carol, but that's not the shit you grew up on, right? That's Drake. But then when it comes to, like, a Meek Mill and other artists that fit within that little caliber, they don't connect with you like that. So, like, the unfortunate truth is that, Like, and I'll speak on like Meek for a second. The age difference is always going to matter. Meek is turning like 34 or something like that. These kids are like 17, bro. They look at me old as 30. Young Thug finna be 30. Like, it's you have to really realize, like, what the fuck going on. Like, they really, my nigga, I'm around B-Love and I'm like, yo, this nigga's like a kid. Like, literally. Like, he's like, well, even though he just turned 21. I'm like, damn, just in 21. And then also, like, it dissolves any type of, like, thought I had about them before. Because when I met B-Love and them, you know what they all said? Yo, bro, we all grew up watching you. And it kind of, like, it fucking hit me. I'm like, shit. Like, these niggas have, like, B-Love and them have never listened to Hot 97. Never. In their life. They literally grew up and listened to me cover their favorite artists. They've never listened to, like, it trips me out. Trips me out a little bit. But that's the truth. That's why I think Meek's in a tough position. Meek's in a position where he's trying to leverage the fact that I don't have to put out music. But the only way to keep the audience is to work like you're a new artist, because nobody respects the classics you have, at least the current generation. So this is why labels always win. It's like, imagine if Kodak got out and be like, nigga, man, I ain't about to put out 2 EPs and 5 singles or 5 songs just to get a release date from y'all. Nigga, give me my release date right now. I'm Kodak. You know what they gonna look at him and say? Nah, niggas ain't checking for you right now. They don't care. So unfortunately, these dudes gotta work. Anyway, what artists like Kodak and Tory do is they don't mind the work. They don't mind it. Kodak gave us song after song after song after song till he caught one. When he caught Super Gremlin, now we think he's once again the hottest. This is why I was talking about the Roddy Ricch thing. The same shit they saying about Roddy Ricch when he dropped his album, they were saying about Kodak when he just got out. Like, yo, Kodak mid. He's mid. Remember when he just dropped Haitian Boy Kodak? Remember I said that should be nominated for a Grammy. And I don't want none of y'all talking about we ain't say that. Nigga, I could go back to the post on my page. I posted Haitian Boy Kodak should be nominated for a Grammy. I posted that. Kodak called my phone. When Spotify came to my headquarters and we fucking did a whole little promo shoot, they said, what albums should be nominated for Album of the Year? I mentioned Haitian Boy Kodak. I remember posting this shit and, oh, y'all call it mid. Yo, that's mid. As soon as he got a hit single, soon as he got Super Gremlin, everybody's on his dick. Oh my God, Kodak's the hottest. It just shows you that in reality, as an artist, bro, don't be too tricky. I'm going to be honest with you. And Kodak, if you see this, I ain't trying to put it, we have our personal relationship. At first, Kodak felt a little way. I know he felt a little way. It was like, man, say, what these niggas on? Because he didn't understand why fans were it felt like fans were giving him a pushback. They weren't trying to ease him into, oh, this is Kodak who gave us this great music. We love him. They were like, nah. But you know what he did? And I ain't gonna lie, he bitched a little bit. He complained a little bit. He did complain a little bit on social media. But you know what he kept doing? Kept dropping the music. That's why that's how I got the interview with him. He called me and said, Ak, I'm gonna keep it real with you. You a real nigga. Because you a nigga, you think my album popping, but you won't only tell me on the phone. When you get asked on every platform, you don't leave my name out. You always keep it real. You're not just saying it to be dick riding. He respected. But also, nigga, I knew the shit was hot. A lot of y'all was just like, y'all in the moment. Now, he just dropped his new album. Everybody back home. Oh my God, Kodak's dropping the heat. Bruh, Kodak ain't missed since he got out of jail, bro. He ain't missed. We gotta be honest. Now, before we get a little bit more into the album, let me play, and I love this. He did an interview with The Breakfast Club. He's doing interviews, and I love it. Did an interview with Gillian Walate, too. Oh, I type young boy. Kodak Black freestyle. Let me see. This was his unreleased. I gotta do unreleased. Okay, this is the one right here. I thought this was a powerful freestyle. Okay, let's listen to it and I'll react.
Really put out one like pressure built up and he tense. I hear niggas talking about me through the vent. Built up frustration, you suck another nigga dick. High blood pressure, you gotta jack the dick to cool off. Snorting up powder like you Rudolph. Can't wait to make it rap and can't wait to make it rap and get this money so I can cool off. So I can cool out and I ain't gotta worry about a shootout. I go where there ain't no way out and I leave a trail. Think of relations, how they play out, it be betrayal. When I was going through my shit, they said, oh well. Everybody feeling like it's fuck me. What Black Panthers was when I was going through injustice. Light at the tunnel, I can't see that. I was too busy sitting back wondering where Jay-Z at. Reaching out to Meek, hey, do an interview on me. My nigga left me on seating. I had an answer to the question that they asked you on TV. You could have came through to free me. And I ain't gonna lie. At that moment, I say Black Lives Matter, cause suck my motherfucking dick. Ain't nobody care when I was going through my shit. And Trump free more niggas than Obama did. If I had the chance, I'd let that boy again. Stupid ass niggas don't want to sit down with a man. So how you finna execute your plan, dummy? Niggas trying to play me out my money. Made a general statement. I was speaking in third person. They tried to twist the shit to hurt me. Snatching out food from a table. Big boy and T.I. tried to get me kicked up off the label. Shit like that.
Hey, I was about to be muted. No, let me just tell you this, man. This is why I like Kodak over so many of these other artists. And as much as, yo, you ever watch a Kodak interview and you're like, yo, this nigga is not even speaking. Like, is he speaking English? As fuck his accent, this and third. This is why I know Kodak is number one, a better artist than the majority of these artists. Kodak, I've always said, when there was a comparison to Tupac, is because he might have just rapped the verse to you, but without hearing a beat, and if he wasn't rapping it in a rapping cadence, that's a poem. That's a poem to me. And one of the reasons why I believe Tupac's words were so strong is that the poetic delivery, the poetic value of what he was saying, and think about everything he said line for line. He doesn't have meaningless bars. And can he have meaningless bars like a lot of these new rappers? Could he rap about Gucci, Balenciaga, Amiri, this and third? He does. But when he wants to tackle something, and this is the difference between him and a lot of artists who I feel like the majority of the music is just about random violence, random flexing. There's no purpose. When you got no purpose, you can't fuck with a nigga like Kodak. And this is why he's gonna be, if you ask me, the person of especially that freshman class that is a Mount Rushmore nigga. I'm sorry. He's saying something. Just think about it. He's saying something. And by the way, if you listen to the majority of his music, he's always saying something. And one thing I love about him is like he let his real feelings bleed onto his lyrics, into what he's saying. It might not sound pretty. Even when he was discussing the Meek thing and he's like, yo, it's like, well, Meek doing all this thing about prison reform, but what about me? He ain't do an interview about me. He left me on scene. Hey, you know, we could have a lot of reasons for that. Like, well, you know what I mean? But it's a lot of reasons, you know, we're not blaming Meek, by the way. But still, it's like that rawness, that realness, that just not giving a fuckness, that's why this thing is great to me. You know what I mean? Again, his voice ain't as clear it's not as clear, and like, you know, Tupac had a way of saying shit from the pit of his gut. It kind of made, like, his delivery was so iconic. But don't sleep on Kodak. That's all I'm going to tell y'all. Somebody said he was talking about Jay-Z, not Meek on that part. No, he was talking about both of them. I'll play it again.
What is that? I can't really put out one like.
And by the way, I don't want to compare him to Youngboy, but I'll say when Youngboy does this, Youngboy's real with his own feelings to what he's going through. Kodak, I give more credit than Youngboy because Kodak sometimes looks at shit from a political lens. And not saying he's right ever, because, you know, he do fuck with Trump and he, you know, whatever. And shit, he mentioned in the last part, it's like, yo, how could you expect changes if you don't want to sit down with a man? when young boy speaks to his own feelings and emotions and what he's going through, and I think that's real and raw too. But I think a lot of times when it comes to what Tupac was great for was he gave a voice to the ghetto, and he put that shit on the biggest of levels in hit songs. I See No Changes, Wake Up in the Morning, try to, like, come on, these songs are huge. I see Kodak in the same lens where he's not just looking at things he's going through. He does use what he's going through as an example, but he talks about things that are bigger than that. I'll play it again.
Pressure built up and he tense. I hear niggas talking about me through the vent. Built up frustration, you suck another nigga dick. High blood pressure, he got injected dick to cool off, snorting up powder like you Rudolph. Can't wait to make it rap and can't wait to make it rap and get this money so I can cool out. So I can cool out and I ain't gotta worry about a shootout. I go where there ain't no way out and I leave a trail. Think of relations, how they play out, it be betrayal. When I was going through my shit, they said, oh well. Everybody feeling like it's fuck me. Where Black Panthers was when I was going through injustice. Light at the tunnel, I can't see that. I was too busy sitting back wondering where Jay-Z at. Reaching out to me, can't do an interview on me. My nigga left me on scene. I had an answer to the question.
And that's to the person who said he wasn't speaking about Meek. He said, I was wondering where Jay-Z at. Then he said, reaching out to Meek, he left me on scene. By the way, if you listen, one thing with his music, everything kind of changed together. He also mentioned in Dirty K when he's like, yo, Meek Mill told me I should have 50 mil, but he's like, yo, what's the point you telling me if you ain't gonna help me get it? So, like, that was an odd line, but I think this helps make me understand it a little bit more. You get me?
On me, my nigga left me on scene. I had an answer to the question that they asked you on TV. You could have came through to free me. And I ain't gonna lie. At the moment, I say Black Lives Matter, cause suck my motherfucking dick. Ain't nobody care when I was going through my shit. And Trump free more niggas than Obama did. If I had the chance, I'd let that boy again. Stupid ass niggas don't want to sit down with a man.
I ain't gonna lie, that's another reason I like Kodak, man. He be rocking with Trump so hard, like nobody even question it. But again, you can't like if I got pardoned by like I don't care who it is, y'all gonna have to hold that.
So how you finna execute your plan, dummy? Nigga trying to play me out my money. Made a general statement. I was speaking in third person. They tried to twist the shit to hurt me. Snatching out food from a table. Big Boy and T.I. tried to get me kicked up off the label.
And by the way, even those last bars right there, like he's addressing Master P, then he addressed T.I. I forgot what the T.I. thing was about. What was him and T.I. into it about? But I'm gonna play the bars that was about Master P.
And I was speaking in third person. They tried to twist the shit
right.
to execute your plan, dummy. Nigga trying to play me out my money. Made a general statement. I was speaking in third person.
Nah. The nigga trying to play me out my money was definitely towards Master P. Oh, he had said something about Tiny? Oh, the Lauren London thing? Oh, okay. T.I. Okay. He said T.I. tried to kick me off the label. Damn. By the way, he spoke on Master P, which I'm gonna give him I'm gonna give him credit again. And I know you might be like, yo, you riding this dick, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, because I know shit or I hear shit behind the scenes, and I like when niggas say the actual shit out loud, not just keep it behind the scenes. And like, you know, I remember I think it was privately I asked him about the Master P thing, and he told me the same thing. He was just like, yo, bro, I'm gonna just be honest, like that nigga just like, man, I thought that nigga was guiding me, but I feel like nigga was trying to take advantage of me. I'm going to, yo, he keeping it 100. He's telling his truth. We can't be mad at him, but I'll play the whole thing.
So as far as like, we interviewed Master P, and he spoke on y'all's relationship. Yeah. And he said that he wanted to step in and try to mentor you and try to show you the ropes and different things. And he said he got a cold shoulder. Can you tell us from your end what that was like?
Man, there wasn't no cold shoulder. Like on some tight time, and like, you know, he stepped in on some tight time, and like, you know, he just really like, man, like God, man, seeing him go a long way with this stuff. I met his whole family, like from his daddy to his wife to his kids. Like, UK, I was pulling up there to New Orleans. And now I was helping them paint the city. I'm still giving back to the homeless people. But up there, did a charity basketball game, all that. then you know, shit, I share him my philanthropy vision and all that stuff. So you know, he was just like, man, you know, I don't need nothing from you. I don't want nothing from you and stuff like that. So shit, I'm a, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna stick to that. You hear me? Then
On buddy mode.
so later on, when you start saying, oh yeah, you 10-20% of this, I'm like, yo, shit, I'm gonna be told by you because like, man, you just told me you don't need nothing. Or like a whole month ain't even go by. You know what I'm saying? Now you talking about you need 10-20% of some shit. You hear me? So I'm like, man, that shit crazy. Then it's like the thing where you was trying to tell me, like, I already knew about that. You know what I'm saying? Like I was already doing that. I was already getting monetized by my YouTube shit. It was like, oh yeah, monetize. They want to see in their contract, all kind of stuff. Like, bro, my contract straight. Don't be trying to think you finna be talking to a nigga like I'm one of them jits who don't know my business, so don't know what's going on, and think you trying to face from boot.
With all due respect, we got to be honest. So, like, and again, you know, we've never heard Master P really break it down, but I'm gonna be honest. Like, if I look at you as an OG, and I look at you as maybe like I never thought that Kodak needed help with business. I think maybe Kodak maybe needed help with like structuring, just like how he moved around, how he dealt with people. You know, I've always said like his lawyer shouldn't be acting as his PR, but there's a really interesting way these days in the industry where they think that you probably signed some whack contract or people trying to get themselves in a position with you. And the first thing they do is they try to point out, you know what I mean? The quickest way to get a job, I'll tell you this, quickest way to get a job anywhere is to point out what somebody did, what somebody like is doing wrong or doing like, you know what I mean, too much or is wasteful. I got a Kanye story about that. And yeah, I don't know if I don't want to just like remind me to give you out a Kanye story about that. But it's the quickest way to get a job from somebody. So when somebody start asking for like your contracts, this, that, and third, that's what they're trying to do. Like shit, hey, people always, when people accuse me of like, yo, Ak, you're making a lot of money off 6ix9ine. Like, nigga, I've never, managed him or not been in his business like that. I used to see when he was on, everybody who got close to him, they used to start asking him like, yo, let me see the contracts, let me see this, let me see that. And when people start asking to see your contracts and shit, nigga, all they're going to try to do is they're going to just get in your ear, which, by the way, they did. Yo, nigga, your single is this time platinum. Like, damn, like, yo, they kind of doing you dirty right here. I could probably help out. Like, people just trying to put themselves in position. You get what I mean? Like, a lot of people do that, actually. And, yeah, so if I'm Kodak and I start seeing Master P, who's supposed to be my OG, who I'm supposed to be looking to help me with certain shit, you know what I mean? You thinking charity because that's what Kodak is thinking about, and then Master P starts saying, let me see your contract. Like, nah, I don't know if I trust you like that to just let you see my whole business like that. You get what I mean? So I keep playing it.
Boots and all that shit. Like, man, my shit straight. So then, and then when we were doing my charity, like in my hood and stuff like that, doing it. So I was going through him really. So last minute, I just went and started checking up on it. Like, okay, well, we finna have like food out there for the jits, like food, bounce house, all this other stuff. Like, what the book bag is gonna be like, what the brand is, Jansport, shit.
So I don't know if he mentioned this and I missed it, but basically it was gonna be a whole fundraiser thing, right? So it's gonna be like a little charity give back, a little back to school event, and him and Master P were gonna do it. I think it was even like a preliminary announcement on the gram. Now, he's talking about he's asking Master P because Master P was like, I've dealt with this. I've done 1 million give backs and 1 million toy drives and book bag drives. I'm gonna handle it. So he says he's asking Master P like, all right, bet. So like, we're gonna have food out there. We're gonna have like bouncy houses. Like, we want to make sure the kids have fun while they wait online. We want to make it an event and be like, what type of book bags? And then this is what he said, Master P saying.
Shit like that, woo, and I'm saying like, nah, ain't no jams. Well, you gotta pay more. You gotta pay more for that. I'm saying like, damn, like the just gotta have jams.
Yo, he said, He said Master P told him, nah, we ain't giving these niggas no JanSport. They gotta pay more. Yo, I love Master P, but you know Master P got his version of everything, right? Master P probably had Master P probably had them with like a fucking No Limit backpack. Like, yo, come on, bro. No Limit backpack. Like, yo, fuck, like a wrap snacks, like, you know what I mean, lunch container. Like, yo, that nigga, yo, you know, you was selling noodles, right? Like, be like, yo, let's give these niggas some couple like Master P noodles and call it a day. Fuck that. Like, yo. So Kodak is thinking about like when he was a kid, like, wait, I don't want no Master P backpack. Yo, see, Master P is a guy who he don't believe in no product but his own. You get me? So he's looking at it like, yo, bro, at the end of the day, you know, there's a time for like black business and black progress. But bro, like when it comes to kids, there's bullying at school, dog. You can't give a kid like, yo, like, I ain't gonna lie to you, but I was in Jamaica though. I think like one time we had got like them little shack shoes to go to school. But like we in Jamaica, so like, you know, people ain't even know really what was what. They only knew that shoe came from America. So they were like, we were getting props. But like shit, man, you give like niggas some shit from Payless and some crazy shit, like especially now. Yo, these little kids be dripped out. You like, nigga, you come in with like a Master P paper mache backpack. Fuck out of here, nigga. They'll roast you, boy, if you don't get your, like, they gonna kill you, nigga. A Percy pack, like, nigga. Fuck no. So I ain't gonna lie, credit to Kodak in understanding the youth that, bro, like, first of all, if you gonna do a give back to the kids, you gotta make it that the kids is wearing everything that's up to par, that they not gonna get bullied. You feel me? Because already, you gotta imagine that it's gonna be underprivileged kids who might come out to try to get some shit. You don't want everybody that come with this type of shit. And then, you know, it's not even about like quality at that point. Bruh, if you can't get the standard brand name, which is JanSport, and you come in with the Percy pack, the Master P backpack, like, bro, they about to clown you out the building, bro.
Shit like that. That's what we wearing in school. You feel me? Like, more the cheap book bags gonna be ripping and all that crazy.
He said the cheap book bags be ripping. Yo, any y'all got any stories of y'all book bag like ripped in school, bro? Oh man. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I never had it personally, but I know a few people with a JanSport that had a pin, like the zip was done. Like the zipper is done. They put a pin on it though, you know what I mean? They can put a little bobby pin on it, keep that shit 100, you know what I mean? Cause you rather have the fucked up JanSport than the Percy pack. Like, come on. You gonna have a Master P backpack and not JanSport?
Right.
Now, so he like, nah, we understand. You know, I ain't know you wanted food out there. You know, like, let's.
You gotta realize also, I didn't mean to cut it off so much, but yo, Kodak Haitian, yo, we black, yo, come on, like, first of all, come on, man, yo, Master P, like, well, he from like Louisiana, right? Like, bro, you can't have no event without food, like, bro. Niggas wait online for 5 minutes, they want food, bro. Come on, like, you gotta have the food. Kodak Haitian, you know what I mean? He want, like, all this shit there. Like, he want the shit really there. Come on.
Like that, girl. Like, we gotta have food, bro. Stuff for the kids.
Gotta have food. You're a Kodak, man.
Yeah, like hot dogs and stuff like that.
Nigga say, yo, first of all, Kodak Haitian, his first choice ain't even hot dog, but he like, wait, you gotta at least have hot dogs, nigga. Like, not no hot dogs? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, it gotta be a whole vibe to it. So, like, we gotta pay more for that. Like, all right, hold up. Yeah.
Yo, hold on. Yo, let me tell you this. Yo, no disrespect to Master P about it, because we only hear one side. I know niggas like this. You ever met a middleman that all he do is tax you? And like you go to him because you don't know how to get some shit done. Yo, bro, I want my car fixed like this. Yo, I just want my bicycle fixed like this. I just want this, blah, blah. And they give you like some shit that's not even like up to par. And when you ask the shit up to par, they just be like, oh, you gotta pay for that. I be like, nigga, I'm paying already. Like, nigga, why you giving me the price for the subpar shit? Like, nigga, I came to you to have the same type of giveaway and the same type of event that everybody have with the works. I don't want to do no shit where everybody hungry, no bouncy houses, no hot dogs. Like, niggas is online for Master P backpacks. no music, no DJ. What we doing? So Kodak is sizing them up. That's what y'all know. Y'all think Kodak dumb, but he's sizing them up. Wait, why that's a nigga who trying to get more money out of you. Anything you'll be like, wait, so we not gonna have no food? Like, at least some hot dogs. You know the nigga gonna say, yeah, we gotta pay more for that. Huh? Like, wait, hold on. Like, what we doing right now? Like what we doing? Be like, yo, what type of backpack? We about to have them Jam Sports. Nah, we ain't having the Jam Sports. We gonna have the Percy packs. What? Huh? All right, man, we gonna have the bouncy house. The kids gonna have fun. Fuck it, we just gonna have a fun day for them. Nah, ain't no bouncy house, no bouncy house, no trampolines, no what? Nah, hold on, man. Look how confused Kodak look right here. That nigga got a vulture in between his eyes, looking to the left like, what the fuck going on? Look.
For the kid, like hot dogs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like it gotta be a whole vibe to it. So like we gotta pay more for that. Like, all right, hold up. Yeah, and boom. I went to go do my own calls and stuff, like make my own calls. So when I started making my own calls and stuff, like the money that he was charging me, then he had me paying for the stuff. He supposed to be on some bit and stuff. Like, man, you know what? I got you. Like, don't even trip. You hear me? Like, so when I started making my own phone calls, the money that I was sending him, it was like saying I could have did all that, got the name brand book bags, got everything, and still like, man, under what I was paying and stuff. So I was like, shit, I'm gonna go my own way.
Hey, let me tell you this. I don't know if y'all know a nigga like that. Again, Master P, my apologies if this ain't the real story. I'm just going off what he said. I know a nigga like that. You know who that nigga is? My goddamn uncle. Yo, my uncle is a pastor in Jamaica. And trust me, because a lot of times my whole family's in Jamaica. I only got a certain amount of family that's still over here, right? So whether it's a funeral, whether it's a wedding, anything we usually need in Jamaica or like, an event, this and third. Sometimes people need like, I remember when my mom was going through like her divorce shit. Like she wasn't about to get married over here. She needed to get like a copy of her divorce certificate in Jamaica. So he got to do whatever. So like he always a middleman. He's the perfect middleman. I'm gonna give y'all a story real quick on my aunt's wedding. So my aunt, remember my aunt live over here. My mom, my aunt, and one of my uncles live over here. That's all my family, okay? And I got a couple brothers, couple cousins that live over here. So my aunt, this is way back. I was living in Jamaica back then, right? So my aunt getting married. You feel me? My aunt getting married to my uncle. So my aunt, like, yo, I was born in Jamaica, all my family there. A lot of them probably can't travel over here. Like, let's just go have the wedding in Jamaica. I bet. So now my aunt over here, she a nurse. She hit up my uncle, who's a reverend, be like, yo, you take care of everything. Okay, so you gonna do the wedding. Like, so you gonna be like the person who officiated. We want to set it up like real nice. So he going back and forth and setting it up. By the way, he's like a big time reverend in Jamaica, all right? I feel like I hope I'm not like killing his vibe right now. I ain't gonna mention his name because that's my uncle. I love him still, you know what I mean? But all right, cool. He's setting up the whole thing. So he told my aunt, he's like, yo, all right, cool. Yo, you gonna get a limo, you gonna get this, you gonna get that, get this, that. Every time my aunt, because my aunt got the dream wedding in her mind. My aunt just sent in the money, right? You know when she got to Jamaica, bro? Nigga, she paid for a limo. Guess what brought her to the wedding, bro? It was a Lincoln Town Car. I kid you not. My family still talk about it to this day, bro. To this day, bro. It was a Lincoln Town Car, dog. Biggest finesse ever. Like, I remember, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Shit, I feel like I'm about to get into my little childhood trauma, too. Nigga, me and my brother was supposed to, me and my two brothers were supposed to go to the wedding, right? Because my aunt picked us to be like, I was supposed to, they be having like a little boy. I think, was it a ring bearer or some shit? I don't know what it is. I was supposed to be that. You heard me? Like, that was supposed to be me. They said, yo, I want my sister's kid, this blah, blah, whatever. I was the littlest one. I was supposed to be the ring bearer. Yo, tell me how my uncle was just like, yo, so he thought about it. Remember, he's getting all the money for everything. He thought about it. He was like, yo, me and my two other brothers, we lived in the country. So we ain't really like, other than our like little church clothes that we did go to church a lot. We never been to no wedding. Like I never been to no wedding until like a couple years ago when I went to my best friend's wedding. So I never really had no shit to go to no wedding. My uncle looked at it and said, well, the money we got, if we got to go buy these niggas wedding attire, it's going to eat off the money, off the top. Kids y'all not, I never went to the wedding. Like they made up some excuse last minute. They never got us suits. We just stayed we were just in the country. Like we didn't even know what's going on. He used his own son and his own daughter who already had the shit. Again, he keeping the bread. You feel me? Remember, the bread is getting sent. Because he telling my aunt, yo, okay, what do you want? So my aunt is like giving demands like, yo, okay, I want, they call me Junior because like my father got the same name. Yo, I want Junior to, he got to be the one to like blah, blah. He's the smallest, da-da-da. Let him bring the ring thingy. All right, cool. He started thinking about it. Well, if I bring him, I got to bring his two brothers. We got to go to the country. I got to get them fitted for like outfits for the wedding. That's taking off the money. Nah, leave them niggas over there. Real shit. That's just how it go. So that's what I'm saying. My uncle kind of just like that low key. So my aunt get from the airport. She's mad, but my aunt is so nice. Like she ain't know the, like my mom probably like stood up for her because my aunt is tight. She paid for a big ass limo and it's a Lincoln Town car, bro. Her wedding was a Lincoln Town car. They paid for a big ass cake. Nigga, it was some shit out of like Carvel, nigga. You know what I mean? Something out of Dairy Queen, nigga. This shit was crazy, bro. I'm telling you the truth. So that's my uncle. I ain't gonna lie to you. So whatever his money is, whatever money like he got, like, you know what I mean? He probably looked at it like, well, I could spend the whole budget, but like, what about me though? You know what I mean? So he just started getting cheap with the shit. Like, all right, so what you say you want? You want somebody filming it? She wanted a whole camera crew. He just got one nigga with a camcorder, like literally, like that's it. You feel me? She wanted pictures. The nigga the one nigga with a camcorder also had the camera, bro. Like on some real shit. Now, I ain't gonna compare to Master P, but what I'm saying is there's niggas like that. You gotta watch out for these middlemen in life. Because the middlemen in life, a lot of times, they take your money and they only thinking about how they could keep the majority of your money. So when Kodak is saying he already gave him some money and the nigga basically say no food, no trampoline, no Jansport bags. And he's like, what the fuck? So he's call around to do it himself and it's cheaper than what he already gave the nigga. Where you think the other money already went to, bro? Now think about it. Where you think the money went to? The nigga was pocketing it. Like, yo, I bet. Yo, there's certain niggas that be like, yo, I bet. So say the Jansport's gonna cost 10 grand. He gonna tell you it costs 20 because he's taking 10 for himself. You feel me? That's listen, when I listen to this, that's the same type of nigga I be hearing, man. I'm not saying this is true. Sound crazy. I'm gonna keep playing. Here we go.
So he like, nah, we understand. I ain't know you wanted food out there. You know, like let's talk like that. Girl. Like, we gotta have food, like, stuff for the kid, like hot dogs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like it gotta be a whole vibe to it. So like we gotta pay more for that. Like, all right, hold up. You know, so boom. I went to go do my own calls and stuff, like make my own calls. So when I started making my own calls and stuff, like the money that he was charging, then he had me paying for the stuff. He supposed to be on some bit on and stuff. Like, man, you know what? I got you. Like, don't even trip. You hear me? Like, so when I started making my own phone calls, the money that I was sending him, it was like saying I could have did all that, got the name brand book bags, got everything, and still like, man, under what I was feeling and stuff. So I was like, shit, I'm gonna go my own way. You hear me? So I called him. I was like, hey, listen, man, I did my own stuff. I was like, man, I'm finna just go this way. But you know, you can still pull up. I was just seeing if Phil gonna be on some stand up nigga type. On real nigga time and still pull up, even though I know, like, I understand, like, I know humans, I could read any nigga, you know what I'm saying? So I was just saying, like, okay, Phil still like gonna pull up, you hear me? So I'm like, So I just told him, even though I'm doing my own shit and I ain't sending you the money, I'm gonna see like we're still poor. He ain't pull up to me shit. I was like, man, this nigga flawed.
Yeah. It is what it is, Kodak.
Industry cap.
We get you all the way.
And then last minute, but when I try to pull up to my shit, police all out there talking about if I step out the car, I'm gonna go to jail, all kind of shit. I got some of them shit they just put on like some trespass and shit. And I would never wear that to that day till me and bro, what you call. Then this nigga turn around and fuck around and do his own charity at my old middle school. I ain't even told this nigga where I went to middle school at. You know why
I tried not to laugh.
why yeah, Z shit, like why is it so important to you to go to my middle school? I'm like, we weren't even doing a charity at my middle school first, you know what I'm saying?
That nigga said, how the hell you know my middle school?
How you
Well, I think it's talking about Master P like he's Vlad.
know why I went to middle school at? I ain't never told this nigga that. You know what I'm saying? How you go to pull up to my middle school with book bags and hot dogs? So important to you to go to my middle school. I'm like, we weren't even doing a charity at my middle school first, you know what I'm saying? How you know why I went to middle school at? I ain't never told this nigga that. You know what I'm saying? How you go to pull up to my middle school with book bags and hot dogs?
But look,
Holy man, I guess Master P wasn't P that day or that time. Anyway, bet. You know, salute to Kodak. By the way, his album is out now. Wait, what's his album called? I forgot what it's called, but I know it's out. Let me make sure I give it a shout out. Please go check it out. Go check out Kodak's album. It is called Back for Everything. He only got one feature on there, and it is with Lil Durk. You know, he was trying to make it very clear that, bro, he not trying to pick no side. He not trying to beef. He not trying to, you know, do nothing when it comes to that whole young boy and young boy and Durk situation. He's just trying to make some good music, and I think I should have some sales projections for it tomorrow. I'm gonna be honest with you. The sales projections are probably going to be driven by Super Gremlin and Love and War. Just from the data I got so far, you know what I mean? But I'll give you an update on it tomorrow. Anyway, what we talking about next, chat? Talk to me.